in the month of February. I think the last time I was here was in January. Yes, that was the last time I was here. I'm back. I'm back for our monthly special. Just waiting for a few guys to join us on live. Once we have enough people, how my YouTube guys doing? Once I have enough people here, I will start. It's always a pleasure coming in live. Always a pleasure, always a delight to be here. Um, Today's topic is one that is very, very pertinent for me, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I feel we need to talk about this. But while we're doing that, this is a good time to share the live. Share. Let's get as many people into the live session because what I want to talk about is mind blowing. You all know me as the acceleration coach. I'm a mind work expert. I believe that people's becoming journey and success rises and falls on their ability to walk their mind optimally. The choices that you make, the decisions that are paramount to your growth in life are tied to your ability to walk your mind optimally. And that is why we have sessions like this. I am a life coach, a business coach, I'm a therapist. If you're just stumbling upon this channel, this is a good time to like, follow, share the page. Let us be part of this army of accelerators that we're building. I'm personally committed to your growth. That is why I do what I do. I want to help you find the best variation of your mind that can take you to the next level. And we're going to be doing this together because I'm also in my, how will I put it now? I'm in my becoming journey. I'm in my becoming era. And I don't want to do this alone. I want to do it with people who are hungry for growth, who are hungry for their becoming journey. And I want us to get to the end of 2026. Let's even use that as a yardstick. Let's use it as a yardstick to help us find the next level possible. I'm trying to connect my Facebook audience, but while I'm doing that, if you're on the live, please drop a chat. Let me know you're here. Tell me where you're joining us from, and how has your week been? The numbers are growing. I can see a lot of us here. I can see. Thank you for coming in. We're going to be discussing a very interesting topic, and I want your opinion. I want to know what you think. I want to know whether it resonates with you as a person or is something that you don't agree with. Now, this is the question. If you are here, I can see about 30 of us online already. If you're here and you're connecting, please drop your name. You don't even need to drop your name. Just tell me where you're joining from. Because it's going to help my science as a psychologist. I like to do social research a lot, and you are my subjects of the research. The question I want to ask before I go fully into the live as I connect my other socials is wages or wealth? Which one do you prefer? Would you rather get a steady source of income that pays your bills, pays your rent, your light bill, your mortgage, your water bill? You can take vacations whenever you want. Relatively, you are able to meet your everyday needs. Or would you rather have sustainable wealth that is transgenerational, if you know what I mean? I'm not talking about having money, I'm talking about being wealthy. Which do you want? Which one do you want? Which one catches your fancy? Which one connects to you out of the two? Wages, where you have a stable job, you're rising daily, or you can't rise daily, you're rising yearly, you do your appraisals, you do your promotions, you get your next level. Maybe you're even changing jobs, you're stepping into a new role, you're trying out new things every 2 to 3 years, you're moving organizations to improve the quality of the kind of opportunities you can find. Would you, guy, that's an interesting. No, I'm not. I'm in my country. I'm in Nigeria. So I'm not. I'm in Nigeria. But I'm just wondering why you asked that question. Anyway, which would you prefer? Would you rather have wealth? Would you rather have wealth, transgenerational wealth that you can run down to your children? Would you rather? I'm coming, guys. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Would you? Of course, I'm staying there. And I'm going to be blocking you because you are rude. I'm going to be blocking you because you are rude. Yes, someone was being naughty on my live feed. That is why I timed that person um, out because they were being naughty. There's some crazy people on social media, honestly. It's quite alarming the kind of things that people do on social media. It's actually heartbreaking why people feel the need to send the most horrible things on social media. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. So, I'll go straight into what we're talking about today. And this topic got me thinking. If you do your research, the most successful people around you, wherever you live, whatever climes you live in the UK, you live in the US, you live in Nigeria, you live abroad, wherever you live, if you look around you and you look at the people who are financially stable, I'm not talking, hello, how are you? Good to see you. I'm talking people who are doing well, so to speak, people who can say that they are financially free, they have financial freedom. You would realize that a lot of these people get to that point by not having wages, not having a salary, working for someone else. And most times, we struggle. We struggle with those kind of people. We struggle with them because we wonder why they choose to take a chance on entrepreneurship. We wonder why they want to put themselves at risk because entrepreneurship is one of the hardest things for anyone to do in life. However, in as much as a salary is a good thing, it's a very good thing. If you're working for someone, you have a stable sense of income, you can plan, you can make decisions. You can decide if you have a salary, you can put down a down payment on a car, you can put a down payment on anything you desire. And because you have a stable sense of income, you can pay instrumentally for anything you want to buy across the world. However, there is a cap to the quality of life you can live when you are not an entrepreneur. I'll tell you a story of my journey. I stopped working for people about 16 years ago. I run my own company. It's going to be 19 years. And in that 19 years, at some point, I think about before 2000, for about 3 years, I went back to work for someone else. Uh, I went back to work for someone else. And in that 3 years, when I went to work someone else, I gained some valuable skills that were necessary to continue my entrepreneurial journey. But I can categorically tell you that those 3 years that I went back to work with someone else, In as much as I don't regret it, I wish I had put those 3 years into my business. Because honestly, the things that keep you employed, that get you promoted, are the skills that you can actually sell yourself as an entrepreneur and use it as your leverage for financial freedom. Honestly. And I'll tell you why. The reason why you get a job and you're promoted, or you do your appraisal and you pass your appraisal, is because there are certain things that you do as an employee that are connected to your natural design. Yes, your purpose. When you work for someone and you're doing so well, there are elements of your job that are tied to your purpose. Yes, they are tied to your purpose. They are integral to how you are wired to function. I'm an HR professional as well. I do recruitment. And I can tell you that when you go for an interview and you pass your interview, it is not by your qualifications that you pass your interview. Yes, your book smart, your EQ, your IQ are measured in an interview. However, there are certain things that you exude when you answer questions that are tied to your natural design, your purpose. I come back to that word again. So when they ask you questions around that, your countenance changes, you light up. You are able to answer those questions objectively. You are able to bring out your essence in the conversation. You are able to get people around you to connect to how amazing or your superpower is in that conversation around those scenario questions that you are asked. Now, fast forward to even identifying those things yourself, self awareness. What you're going to do in life that is going to get you to be fulfilled in your becoming journey already exists. Hello. Should I say that one more time? It already exists. It's not new. Yeah, it's not new. It comes in your DNA. It is programmed into your DNA. It is tied to your personality. It is tied to your nature, to your nurture. I'm a trained psychologist, and I can tell you that because of my genetic wiring, my personality, my nurture, some of the traumas that I've personally gone through, I am a better therapist than someone who probably just dabbled into psychology. I am a better therapist because of my wiring. There are certain traits you need to have to help other people heal. Yeah, yeah. That is when you have a culture fit in your own life. You are not going out of your wiring. You are not a fish trying to climb a tree and be like someone else. No, 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 no. What it means is that you exert less energy to get things done. Your drive becomes internal, not external. Those of you that wake up on Monday morning and you're like, I hate my job. Really? What are you doing there? I get it that you need to pay bills. However, what that feeling is telling you is that salary is that sum of money that they give you to forget your dreams. Yeah. That they give you to forget your genetic wiring. The moment you step into your grace and your oil of ordinance for your life, your own life, not someone else's life. Some of us got it totally wrong because even when it came to picking a course or choosing a life career or just setting your life compass. Where would your life go? As young people, our parents pushed us in certain directions that we're not wired for. I look at my children now and I'm so happy for them because guess what? We're not just forcing you to go and do a course that we think is going to make you financially stable in the future. No, we don't do that here anymore. And if you're a parent, you're watching me, don't go making your children read a particular course in school, in uni, in college. Don't go doing that. Sit down with them and find out how they are wired. If you need to do a personality test, please do that. If you need us to support you with that, please reach out to me. I'll provide you that support. This is a good time to share the live. Share, share, share. Let's get as many people. If you are yet to like, the like button is there. Click on it and click the bell sign. If you're yet to subscribe, click the subscribe button so that you can get a notification every time we go live on this channel. We're going to be bringing to you deep, insightful mindset conversations. I promise you. I might not come on as many times as I would love to because my schedule can be crazy. But I promise you, I'm going to come on here at least once or twice every month for us to have this kind of conversations and just align ourselves going forward. So don't do that. Like I said, don't go just looking for random courses. Tech is the new big thing. AI is the new big thing. So I'm going to make sure my daughter or my son goes into AI. What if they are wired for football? I ask, what if they are wired for football? What if they are wired for medicine? Why are you going to make them go do something that they're always going to struggle with? We got it wrong. Sustenance was on our mind. So we took a salary and left behind purpose. For many of us, I've had sessions with people in their 40s and 50s who are financially stable, but they are discontented because there's something called self-actualization in the journey of becoming. When you hit your 40s going into your 50s, you start to want to consolidate. You start to want to build in a certain direction. You want to be an authority. You want to be known for something. You want people to remember you for something. And the only way you can build specialization in a particular direction is not by knowledge alone. You need knowledge, but you need wiring. Yeah. You need wiring. You need to be wired for that thing. Because then your research will not be burdened. Your growth journey will be organic. You'll find yourself responding without not needing external validation or external influence to wire you on your journey to that direction. I'm so happy that I'm one of the few people who got the exclusive opportunity to do what I love. I love my job. I love my job. I love my job. I love my job so dearly. I love how I show up in my own life. I am not hungry to be in anyone else's life. I do not desire to be anywhere other than my authentic self. I love how I show up. I love how I take care of myself. I love how I impact my world. I love how my word sees me. It doesn't mean it's perfect. I've seen some people drop some very funny comments on this live, but that doesn't bother me. It doesn't eke me in any way. You know why? I am sure about why I am here. So my question for you today, as we talk about wages or wealth, is why are you here? You cannot be wealthy if you do not know why you are here. Why are you here? Why do you think you're on earth? Everyone has a blueprint. Your destiny DNA, if there's something like that. You are here to solve a problem. You are here to be a solution, to co-create with God in a particular industry. You are here to solve problems and be that person, that go-to authority on a particular subject matter. You are here to make the world better, not just your immediate family, not just paying your children's fees or going on that luxury vacation. You are here to impact the next generation of genius kids. Yeah, you are here. You are here. Why are you here? I found it early. I found it here early. I found it early and I was very happy about that. I found it early. I remember when I was growing up, I share this story every time I get an opportunity to speak. When I was growing up, I used to talk a lot. I still talk a lot. But now I talk sense. Hi, how are you? Thank you for coming in. I talk sense. I talk a lot. And when I was in primary school, junior school, my teachers used to say I would do better if only I could talk less. That was then. I don't think teachers of nowadays say those kind of things. Because if they are, we should gather and I don't know what to say. I'm gonna reserve my comment on what we should do to them. They used to make a fuss about how much I could talk, not knowing that that talkative girl was going to be talk active. I talk for a living now. I help people with my talk, whether I'm doing therapy, whether I'm coaching, whether I'm training, whether it's management consulting, whether I'm comparing. I just came back from Dubai. I went to compare a 50th birthday party for one of my friends, a 4-day event. And every single guest left with an experience that you can't buy with money because I didn't go there to show up other than myself. Israel Ojode, I see is wealth for me, wealth over wages. Thank you. Thank you so much. Anthony, I'm going to put you on timeout. We don't do that here. We don't do that here, Anthony. Like I said, there are lots of people who need help walking the streets of social media. So you need to be aware of who you are. You need to be assured in it. If not, you're going to be discouraged and you're going to run off on social media. You have to learn and appreciate yourself for the genius that you are. So, in closing, because I don't want this to be too long, so if you are yet to like, comment, or share, this is a good time for you to do that. Wages can sustain you for a period of time. You know, you have a salary, you have whatever you have. Wages can sustain you for that period of time. But you see, wealth comes from when you are achieving purpose. You're doing what you're wired for. It could be anything, shockingly. Yeah. I recently just spoke to someone who works for the government and she started a bakery like 4 years ago or 5 years ago. And she's so comfortable because she found what she was wired for. She didn't even know how to make bread when she first started. But when she was nudged in that direction, she did the research, she took in the learnings, and she started to grow. She started to build in that direction. In 4 years, she has moved out of, she still has her day job, but she has moved out of wages to wealth. Yeah, 4 years. And in her day job, she's been at her day job for almost, I think, about 15 years. She was never wealthy. She was just paying bills. She was able to pay bills and, do everything she needs to do financially, but she was not wealthy. But when she found her generic wiring, sat with it, invested in it, and started to do it, she became wealthy. The multiplication of wealth around purpose is not, it's not 10x. It is infinity X. It comes at the push of God. Yeah. Because whatever you are here for It's a plan. It's not happenstance. It had been written before you came that you were going to do some things and you were going to achieve something. So when you finally find it, it's like you struck gold. You are happier, you are fulfilled, you are living your impact life right before you. You're seeing other people benefit from the graces of God that you carry as a person. And you are able to become without any issues because you got it right on time. So take a moment. The first quarter is ending. Yeah, the year is running. 2023 is closing out already. And I'm known as the acceleration coach. Take a moment to find out about your generic design. And a good place to do that is to get my book, Help Me Understand My Personality. First of all, find out who you are, meet yourself. Just digest who you are. When you do that, move on to my second book. All these books are available on Amazon, they're on Seller. If you live in Nigeria, you can reach out to us. Just find us online, Folake Agumbiade. If you are here, you can also reach out to me. You can send me a DM, whatever. Then you move on to Help Me Level Up. It's a purpose manual. That book I wrote because there's a huge gap in understanding purpose for a lot of us. And if you start on time, you arrive earlier. You can step into comfort. You can actually retire into legacy at 50. Yeah, everything working for you. Money working for you. Growth plan working for you. People that you have built working for you. You can retire into legacy at 50, maximum 60. You can actually just chill and let life work for you. My name is Folake Agumbiade, popularly known as the Acceleration Coach. I am the convener of the Acceleration Hub NG. It's a page here on YouTube. I'm the convener of the Train the Trainer community, a community of astute trainers, aspiring trainers who want to find their next level using their voice to empower others, distilling knowledge. It has an online course. If you want to be part of that course, reach out to us. We'll hook you up. We've graduated over, I think, about 20 graduates, and there's space for more in the training community. I'm also the convener of the Customer Service Advocates, where we help empower people around their customer experience, customer management, and of course, customer seduction. We help you attract and retain profitable customers as a service professional. And the last of the communities is the Upstart Business Retreat. We've had 3 retreats for the past 3 years. And I can tell you that everyone that's been part of those retreats are still part of that community and are enjoying the greater leverage of life for planning their year before the year starts. I was looking at my vision board with my team a few days ago, and I need another board, and it's February. I need another board. I won't go into the nitty-gritties of what that means. Well, I think I need a new board. So if you are just meeting me, this is the first time you're stumbling on my channel, you're just getting here, you're just getting to meet me, follow. There's so much inspirational content in the channel. Just be here, have fun, be a part of the community, join our offline communities that can benefit your growth. And remember, I am only here with one assignment: to make sure that you are growing, you are accelerating, and you are winning. Because you know what? Winning looks amazing on you. Till I come into your faces sometime soon. Have fun. Stay flowing. Stagnant water stinks, so you need to be flowing. And remember, wealth, not wages. I can see a few comments. Israel Ojuade, I can see you. The multiplication of wealth in line of your purpose is not 10x, it's infinity x. I said that. I said it with my with the whole of my brain, my body, my soul. Yes. It's infinity x. The impossibilities becomes possible when you find purpose alignment. Take care, everyone, and I will see you sometime soon. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. Bye.